So the quiz of today is as following. What is the biggest organism on Earth? Is it a blue whale, a sequoia, or a fungus? So I think you guessed it. Now it's something which is much better known from the people having a garden or doing any kind of interested in nature and agriculture, etc. That's the fungi. So to make it clear, what is an organism? It's a set of genetically identical cells that can communicate and have a common purpose, or can at least coordinate themselves. So that's to define what is the unity of an organism. So what's the relation between this quiz and permaculture? It's about fungi. Fungi is an organism which is essential in the life of the soil. So first, it's constituted mainly by a mycelium, which is a mass of branding thread-like hyphae, let's say a filament. Fungi is a set of filaments connected like an internet network. You have a kind of fungi which are called, which have developed a symbiosis with a plant, and this symbiosis is called mycorrhizae. Myco is a fungi, rhizae is the root. So this symbiotic association, sometimes it can be parasitic, but most of the time it's really a win-win symbiosis. And it touched 90% of vascular plants, which is quasi everything, and a lot of non-vascular plants. Fungus have the particularity to easily absorb phosphorus and nitrogen, which are compounds which are difficult to get by the plant. So it's in this situation, the fungi will really have a great value for the plant. Fungi will not give only phosphorus and nitrogen. They will give a lot of other chemicals. Diameter of a fungi hyphae, a filament, is really small. It's much smaller than the root of a tree, even the hair of the root, the small part of the root. So it allows the fungi really to go very deep, to develop extensively in the soil, using very small porosity between the particles of soil. Important to know that when the plant they came from the ocean before to go on the land, and they didn't have any roots. So what was the let's say system which could help the plant to colonize the earth, the land? It was the symbiosis with fungi. So fungi is really essential. And we start only now to understand the extent of this importance, this symbiosis. For example, we know now that in forest the plant communicate through the fungi. That, for example, an old tree which has capitalized on combating disease, for example, with a lot of let's say years and years of defense mechanisms against disease, we can pass biochemical compounds to another tree through the fungi. So it will spread the information, spread the mechanisms of defense to other, either in the same species or sometimes to other species. So it's a fantastic and very complex world we find in the soil, and fungi is really this motorway, this infrastructure of communication and logistic of nutrient and optimization of the distribution of resources. Plant without fungi lose maybe 60% of its capability.